me go ahead and let the internet know I'm here. I'm marginally more prepared this week than I have been the last few weeks. Let's see. So I'll do that. And I'll do this. Cool. Make sure. Cool. On there. Let's see. Just doing a little bit of bookkeeping before I get shit going here. Make sure this is right. Cool. Alright, so let's just jump right into the dark match. Let's see. So we'll go ahead and random all, same as we do every week. Let's see. I think in the dark is going to be... let's see. We've had Ramon on Blake's House TV before, as well as Method Man and Robert. So our options here... I'm going to go with Bone Soldier Taiji Ishimori. And then... put him up against Robert Gibson. So we are jumping straight into the dark match. Let's see here.
Hoi!
Ishimori, nice to have him involved in the match, as the G1 is going on right now, and I can't recommend it without sounding like a total poser, as I have not been actively watching the G1 and really only been watching clips on Twitter, but the clips I have been seeing and reactions in general, pretty positive. Unfortunately, Zack Sabre did not defeat Okada and solve Brexit and do all the things that he promised he was going to do, which makes me very sad. But it is what it is. Robert Gibson, of course, known from the Rock and Roll Express, team that Jim Cornette will not ever let you forget about. Or, excuse me, the man with the tennis racket will never let you forget about. But, actually not too familiar with his body of work as a singles competitor, and really only aware of his, like, most high-profile matches, because that was a little before... well, it was before I was alive, certainly. And Ishimori, like... I'm not super familiar with Japanese wrestling. I know he got brought in during the most recent Bullet Club expansion. Or at least brought into the Bullet Club in the most recent expansion, but has been wrestling in Japan for quite a while otherwise. But, I don't know, trying to do color for two wrestlers whose bodies of work I'm not super familiar with. Let's just go ahead and get into the play-by-play. Something I'm actually sort of decent at. Big cross body from Gibson. Right on the Whale Boys logo. And Ishimori just trying to slow him down. Big head scissors takedown by Gibson. You gotta figure this slower, more methodical style is going to favor Gibson, who's most comfortable in that sort of environment. Where that leaping vertical suplex, certainly a big move Gibson's trying to pull out to possibly put Ishimori away. Another standing moonsault, absolutely impressive athleticism, but only gets a 1 count out of it. Running knee drop. He's going for a flash roll-up there, but sidestepped easily by Ishimori, but unable to avoid that backdrop, goes right into the cover. Only gets 2. Picture-perfect dropkick right in the center of the face of Ishimori. And neither competitor has really been able to take control. It's been a lot of back and forth over the course of this match. And that is an excellent example there. Ishimori thought he had the upper hand, tries to take Gibson's back, and Gibson reverses and nearly gets a 3 count out of it. Ooh, big leaping vertical suplex, and Ishimori's out on the floor.
2, 3.
Crossface, crossface, crossface. Fans in the front row surprised to see the crossface. And that's going to send Gibson retreating back to the center of the ring. Both competitors going for that like takedown and neck hold, just trying to wear the other man down, but thus far it hasn't really been enough. Both of these guys have a lot of gas in the tank. Or at the very least, a lot left to give in this match. Another head scissors, but Ishimori immediately to his feet. And he responds back with a big body slam. PK square in the center of the chest. Is that going to be enough? No, it's only a 1 count. Robert Gibson saying that you are going to have to do a lot more than that to take me down in this match, young boy. And if there was any moment where I could say one of these two men is taking control, it has to be there. Big lariat. Gibson responding back with a dropkick square in the chest. But just as I said, Gibson was in control in this match. Ishimori is battling back. Taking a little bit too long to follow Gibson to the outside, and that allows him to rather safely roll back into the ring. Sliding drop kick to the side of the head. Big Sambo suplex. But only a 2 count. Beaten to the punch off that chop with that step up insecurity shuts Ishimori down. And Robert Gibson the first to his feet. Ishimori fairly quickly behind him. A lot more of this match taking place on the outside. Big Death Valley driver.
Damn.
And a double knee drop from the apron. Ishimori has woken up and is coming out in full force here. And repeated chops into that blue Gatorade corner. Followed by a huge lariat. Ishimori coming out like a house of fire. And a massive lung blower, but Gibson is to his feet first. Ishimori responds back with another lung blower, and once again, Gibson just immediately to his feet. He is having none of what Ishimori is giving him. Robert Gibson's taking it back with that textbook Enziguri throwback and a picture-perfect dropkick to the back of the head. Surprise backslide, and it was almost enough. Ishimori clearly disoriented. But not enough to keep his shoulders down for that 3-count fall. Well, he's got that crossface locked in. And another massive Death Valley driver. To another PK square in the chest. But Robert Gibson still has some fight left in him. This match is way too much to be a dark match. We're going to have to see both of these competitors on Blake's House TV proper. Ishimori and Robert Gibson both working their asses off for this Corkin Hall crowd. Alright, well that is going to open up this week proper of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. So, of course, if you were tuned in last week, we were at the start of a new season, and unfortunately last week, we were put under siege yet again from another rival wrestling company. We've got Nick's Wrestling Organization sending his most talented mixed martial artists to try to disrupt things here at Blake's House Wrestling. And I'm getting word from the back that several Nick's Wrestling Organization competitors have entered the building and are demanding matches, so you may be seeing a couple more of them tonight as well. But the invasion aside, of course, we have plenty of other things to look forward to tonight. We have the weekly Maglo Open Challenge, where Maglo will be defending his spot as King of the Ring against all comers. And, of course, it was hinted at last week, we have Omar, Epps, and Hsien-Jo for the Blake's House Heavyweight Championship. Omar Epps, of course, winning a tournament in Puerto Rico for the opportunity to challenge for Hsien-Jo's title. And that will be the main event tonight. But before we get into that, we've got a member of Nick's Wrestling Organization, like already at gorilla position. He is demanding a match now. So, let's see, it appears as though he is already walking to the ring. Let's see if we can find an opponent for him. Let's see. Let's see. Oops, nearly fucked that up. And I believe we have found an opponent for the Rapture, so I think that match is going to go ahead and get started right now. The Rapture, of course, the special enforcer of Nick's wrestling organization. You saw him last week defeat the Share Zone in under 2 minutes. And here it is, the Share Zone's like tag team partner and friend, Dril, going to try to make things right. This will be Dril's debut in a Blake's House Wrestling ring, but of course he is well known the world over for being one of the greatest shit talkers that ever was, but that is only going to get you so far against the beginning of the end, the enforcer of Nick's wrestling organization, the Rapture, as he locks on that sharpshooter. Dril able to power out of that hold. Big headbutt. And repeated pokes to the eyes from Dril. You gotta wonder how effective that is against somebody that doesn't have eyes. But maybe he knows something that we don't. That's certainly been the theme of Dril in general. And massive claws with a massive head of Dril. And the Rapture, giant chokeslam, center of the ring. Dril had to be 8 feet off the ground at least. And this, while Dril is certainly holding his own better than the Share Zone had, that giant chokeslam turned things around, and Dril has been struggling to find momentum since then. This strike exchange is something that he needs, and Dril coming out on top in that exchange. Dril trying to roll the Rapture up here. And rolling back. Folding the Rapture up like the optional third row seating in the Honda Odyssey. Shoutouts to Admiral Funk for that fantastic analogy, but good lord, that lariat was absolutely colossal. Big spear in the center of the ring, and the Rapture is back in the driver's seat, and once again going to that giant chokeslam. Dril lifted like 10 feet into the air and dropped right onto his back. And he's just unable to keep the Rapture down. He's too big, too strong, too fast. Shooting the Rapture into the corner turnbuckle, but the Rapture responding back with a big neck breaker, not allowing Dril to get started. Shooting back to his feet. Oh, absolutely devastating pile driver, followed by a double stomp off that orange Gatorade turnbuckle. And another monster lariat from the Rapture. This time ducked by Dril, and Dril finally getting started here. Trying to get a little bit too cute against the enforcer, and once again, 2 matches and 2 victories by knockout. The Rapture is a force of nature, and Nick's wrestling organization, certainly if he didn't have your attention last week, he has got your attention tonight. So it is not going to be all Nick's Wrestling Organization guys. In fact, our next matchup features two Blake's House competitors that we haven't seen a ton of in recent memory. It's going to be a bit of a tune-up match for them. As I said, we are going to need everything we've got between Blake's House Wrestling and Judgment Pro Wrestling to take on the invading forces of Nick's Wrestling Organization. And this is two of our blue-chip athletes in PJ King of Games, as well as Ramon, who haven't had a lot of singles wrestling action since Blake's House has been on air. We're going to go ahead and put them in a match against one another, sort of as a tune-up match to get them more prepared for the oncoming onslaught that Nick's Wrestling Organization will be putting forth in the upcoming weeks. So let's go ahead and get right into that match. Of course, the king of games. Man who has mastered all forms of competition, but has not had a spectacular track record in the pro wrestling ring. Going against Ramon, a man you can never count out in anything. Like, he is known for surviving at Ramon Health, which means, like, he should be down and out, but he continues to fight on. That Ramon Health did not work out in his favor in a mixed martial arts setting in the Shoot League, where he went 0-4. However, hopefully he's gotten things back on track and will be a little bit better prepared for singles action in a standard wrestling contest. Ooh, sidesteps that dropkick from PJ King of Games. And both men back into the feeling out process against one another. Back switch from Ramon, and just a simple takedown. Just not wanting to overcommit this early in the match. And against someone as explosive as PJ King of Games, I've got to appreciate that strategy. PJ, however, showing that explosive offense. Big sobot kick going for that enziguri earlier, but it was sidestepped. Ramon showcasing that power advantage, but what power advantage he does have, it's certainly not a huge one, as PJ is a phenomenal athlete himself. But right now, ooh, massive open hand strikes to the chest and face. Ramon able to keep PJ exactly where he wants him thus far. A little bit indecisive, that strategy of not wanting to commit, sort of working against him there, as PJ was able to clear the corner before he was able to set anything up. Ooh, big pile driver right on the back of the head. And Ramon is definitely in the driver's seat. Just as I say that, PJ King of Games responding back with a double arm DDT. And both competitors will slug it out near the center of the ring. Neither side really gaining too much ground. But Ramon to his feet first after that exchange. And showcasing technique and power, as he's got PJ locked up in that leg hold. And PJ responding back with a big DDT. And going to those educated feet that he is so well known for. And Ramon showing PJ that he is not the only one that has mastered the art of the enziguri throwback. Although putting his own twist on it with that shining enziguri. Ramon going up top. Big falling fist, but PJ able to roll out of the way, and Ramon just crashes to the mat. But Ramon still trying to keep that offensive momentum, and he's doing so very effectively. Bit of a miscalculation on the distance there, but doesn't seem to matter as Ramon's still able to keep things going, and PJ kind of scrambling here to get things started. And putting his knees and feet to good use here, but going up top into that high orange Gatorade district. Big superplex to the center of the ring. Ramon is not done yet. Big shoulder block to the back. PJ unable to defend himself, and PJ just wants to stop the bleeding right now. Once again, this time with that big Canadian cross chop. PJ responding back with those educated feet he's put to good use over the course of this match. Going for a bit of a flashy cover. Not sure who he was trying to... who that cover was for exactly, because Ramon was certainly prepared with the kick out, but may just been to help psych himself up and get a little bit more prepared for this match. And once again, PJ King of Games showing why he's the King of Games. Trying to slow down the offensive juggernaut that is Ramon with those... calling them rest holds would be a little bit unfair. Let's call them working holds. Try and wear down your opponent. But thus far, that's just not been enough. PJ once again going up top and once again deciding that he can't afford to do so with Ramon as quick to scramble to his feet as he has been over the course of this match. He very badly wants something off the top, and he finally hits the elbow that I know he's been looking for the last several minutes. Like, you know that's got to count as an emotional victory for PJ King of Games, who's been struggling over the course of this match. Big Shiranui, the greatest thing since sliced bread. We call that the sliced bread number 2. Big drop kick square in the chest from Ramon, though. Ramon's having none of it. Ramon satisfied with the original genuine article of sliced bread. Ooh, another shining enziguri to the back of the neck, but PJ immediately to his feet. Once again, a little bit of a miscalculation on distance, but oh, surprise knee bar from PJ King of Games. But PJ still, that knee bar may have been out of desperation as he is struggling to keep up with Ramon's pace. Ramon once again running the ropes, big shoulder block. I think he's just trying to wear PJ King of Games out at this point. Starting to work the leg, which is excellent strategy by Ramon. Take away the greatest offensive tool your opponent has. And once again, lifting and slamming PJ. Ramon going up top. Big falling fist. Going for the cover. But only 2. Despite all of that offensive effort that Ramon has put forth, PJ King of Games only a count 2. So Ramon responding back with another shining enziguri and going to the ropes once again with that big Canadian cross chop. Ramon trying to get the crowd involved here, trying to get the crowd behind him. Gotta say, it's gotta be difficult to turn the crowd against PJ King of Games. PJ possibly going for that double arm DDT, but no. Backdrop to the outside. And Ramon will stand alone in the center of the ring and holding court for the King. Once. Twice. 3 times, stacks him up. And that was nearly it. And that is why you do not disrespect the King of Games. But big Dr. Wily bomb from Ramon. And that's going to be a 3-count fall. That was a win that Ramon definitely needed, and it was an outstanding showing against one of the best pure athletes in Blake's House Wrestling and PJ King of Games. And how are you doing, Hsien-Jo? I see you in the chat. And if you were not already aware, you are in tonight's main event against Omar Epps for the Blake's House Championship. That, of course, is going to be much later on in tonight's show, as we've got a lot more wrestling before we can get to that match. And my understanding is we have another Nick's Wrestling Organization member demanding a match. So we are going to go ahead and give that man a match right now. And that is going to be Rick Submits, who put on an excellent show on the last week's show in the Mixed Martial Arts Tag Team match. He is actually going to be going up against... Let's see, that is going to be Nikita Stalin, who you guys saw in the... who you guys also saw last week in the Battle Royal for the Maglo Open Challenge. So, 2 competitors getting back-to-back weeks to showcase their skills. And this will hopefully be an opportunity for the Blake's House Judgment Pro Wrestling Alliance to finally get some significant wins on the board against Nick's Wrestling Organization, as they have been absolutely dominant over the last couple weeks. Rick Submits, of course, his name kind of says it all as far as what his game plan is going to be. Stalin, not too dissimilar. He is a mixed martial artist who specializes in submissions as well. So, they say that styles make fights, but this is going to be a matchup of submission specialist versus submission specialist, so we're going to have to see how that goes. Rick Submits, going for that double leg takedown over and over. Finally locks on a hold. Stalin showcasing his power advantage. Just trying to throw Richard Submits around wherever he can, but that is proving to be very difficult at this point in the match. Stalin kind of trying to figure out how he wants to approach. Is unable to sidestep that double leg, and gets put immediately into that scarf hold. Fortunately, he was in the ropes. Big open hand strikes from Richard Submits. And a bit of an unorthodox hold from Nikita Stalin, but an effective one certainly. Submits responding back. Ooh, big rolling knee bar from Stalin. And there's that technical background that I knew he had, but had yet to really showcase in this match.
Give up.
Submits trying to just grind Stalin down. Trying to wear down the larger competitor. Able to duck that headbutt, but... And it's this time, Rick Submits locking on that knee bar. Still going for that double leg takedown, which appears to be the bread and butter of his offense. But for the most part, Stalin able to sidestep it. And once again, locking in that hanging choke, but Submits able to break the hold relatively quickly. Big counter into an armbar. But Submits, a highly proficient technical competitor, able to break these holds relatively quickly, not sustaining a great deal of damage. Now, big step over toe hold face lock from Nikita Stalin, and that he was able to lock in for a little while before Submits was able to power out of the hold.
Give up. Give up.
I'm trying to remember what Zack Sabre calls that move. It's a bit of a 3-in-1 stretch.
Give up. Give up.
Once again, going to that step over toe hold face lock. But if there was any doubt to Stalin's technical prowess,
Give up.
if you are borrowing holds from the Noodle Man himself, you can tap somebody out from any angle, any way. And once again, crippler crossface locked in, but Richard Submits able to get to the ropes. Ooh, standing guillotine.
Give up.
And Submits unable to break the hold, has to power out of it with that big punch to the gut. And Stalin responding back with another crossface.
Give up.
Ooh, big open hand strike right to the face. But it has been all Stalin for the last several minutes.
Give up.
He said, I find it extremely unlikely we're going to find a decisive victor in the next couple seconds. We're going to go into the next round. And if you had that on your scorecard, I would have to say that was a Stalin round. But I highly doubt this fight is going to go the distance. Massive belly to back overhead suplex. He sent Richard Submits over the post. Rick Submits not taking kindly to that sort of treatment. Stalin able to sidestep those double leg attempts pretty reliably, but Rick Submits able to lock on holds pretty effectively otherwise. Mario starting a count after that suplex. It's possible Rick Submits landed wrong there, and came out of that a little bit dazed. Drops Stalin right in the center of the ring. That's got to be where he wants him, but that big elbow to face, shutting him down. Stalin running up. Bit of a surprise armbar. You gotta know that Rick Submits was not expecting that after running the ropes.
Give up.
Stalin celebrating possibly prematurely. We'll have to see. But he does appear to be in control at this point in the match. Does get the takedown and locks on the scarf hold. Stalin just showing his technical skill to get out of these submission holds relatively quickly. Rick Submits showing off his technical skill of his own as he's put Stalin in several holds from several different angles. And just as I say that, Stalin attempts to take his back and he gets a knee bar for his troubles. But unable to do whatever he wants to do off that head scissors position. And big 7-over toe hold face lock, and excellent bit of strategy from Stalin pulling Richard Submits away from the ropes before he does so. And just general mat awareness from Stalin has been fantastic over the course of this match. Repeatedly, he's able to sidestep those double leg takedowns and is pretty reliably able to get to the ropes when Rick Submits has him in a hold. And just as I say that, a bit of a miscalculation there by Stalin as he allows his opponent to get to the ropes there, or rather rolls him into the ropes. And just those repeated belly-to-back overhead suplexes absolutely launching Rick Submits around the ring.
7, 8, 9.
But able to beat the count. This match will continue. Once again, locking on that double leg, but excellent transition here. Going into an armbar, that's it! And Stalin protecting this house from the invading force that is Nick's wrestling organization. I'd say to keep the JPW momentum going, let's go ahead and get another match queued up. Let's showcase some more of their talent, as this is supposed to be a cooperative venture of Blake's House Wrestling and Judgment Pro Wrestling. So let's go ahead and get Robert Walsh in a match against JJ Mondo in some singles action, just to kind of remind you guys at home what the Judgment Pro Wrestling guys are about. Robert Walsh, we have only seen a couple times on Blake's House TV. But he's a bit of an unorthodox hardcore fighter. You know, he has studied hours and hours of Mick Foley tape and wants to emulate that style. JJ Mondo, the diehard Blake's House viewers may be a little bit more familiar with, as he has held Blake's House Tag Team Gold and been a semi-regular competitor on Blake's House TV. The man with the metal arms and an absolutely devastating backbreaker. Going to be challenging Robert Walsh tonight, and JJ Mondo letting those metal arms fly. Ooh, precision haymaker finds its mark, center of the face. And it's not JJ just coming out swinging out of that corner. Robert yet to really get started. I know it is early in this contest, but JJ just absolutely explosive out the gate. Robert's already got some ground to make up. That being said, I'm sure as you saw in the last couple matches tonight, anything can happen, certainly. You are one clean maneuver away from victory at any given moment. Ooh, and going for that precision haymaker again. This time it is defended by Robert. So JJ responding back, possibly going for a lariat, but sidestepped. Robert's starting to find his groove here. Gotta question the strategy of getting into a fist fight with a man with metal arms, but Robert appears to have come out on top in that exchange. And he's got JJ on a chokehold, but JJ quickly powering out of it. He doesn't want any more of that than he has to withstand. JJ shot into the orange Gatorade corner. Big stalling body slam. And Robert going for a cover, trying to test the waters possibly. Just see how prepared JJ is to kick out of those surprise pinfalls, and he seemed fairly prepared as he's able to kick out at one. Big 1-2, but quickly and repeatedly beaten to the punch by Robert Walsh, swinging those barn door left hands. And JJ responding back with that big stalling brainbuster, but both men getting to their feet at about the same time. And JJ responding back with a nice jawbreaker there. And once again going to that stalling brainbuster. I gotta say, despite how the match went in the opening minutes for JJ, they're kind of back on even playing field at this point. JJ's unable to keep anything going for significant lengths of time as Robert's protecting himself very well, getting in some significant strikes and holds. And that is sort of a microcosm of like what's going on in the greater scope of this match. It's just a lot of back and forth right now as both men try to gain the upper hand. Big double underhook suplex with bridge, but not nothing. Robert trying to gain the upper hand, and he does end up busting JJ open. Big stump puller pile driver. Fortunately, JJ's do-rag is already red, or it would be stained by the wound that Robert has opened up in his forehead area. And Robert trying to just agitate that wound further. And JJ responding back with another jawbreaker. And he wants this match to be over. He's had enough of Robert's shenanigans, but Robert is not ready for this match to be over. And we get a 2.9. Robert absolutely dazed from that stalling brainbuster. Both men starting to show signs of fatigue. They're running out of gas here.
10 minutes gone.
Big suplex. And gets a 3 count out of it. And JJ showing why he belongs as a regular fixture on Blake's House television. As JJ Mondo and Robert Walsh of Judgment Pro Wrestling put on an outstanding contest. And once again, this is going to be something of a tune-up match, as people in the JPW stable and the Blake's House Wrestling stable need to be fighting each other, keeping each other fresh, as we are still under siege from Nick's Wrestling Organization. And I see Lado Copy with that 3 months subscription. Thank you very much. Like, it blows my mind that, like, people are willing to pay money for my wrestling show. But also, like, thank you, is the long and short of what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, I genuinely didn't realize I had affiliate for 3 months. Now, if I were not an idiot, I would realize that this is like week 13 or week 14. If we count the episodes I didn't upload to YouTube because I forgot to archive, this is like 15 weeks I've been doing this, so a little over 3 months I've been streaming, so it makes sense. But, I don't fucking know how time works because I'm an idiot, is the thing. But, thank you for the 3 months in a row of subscribing to Blake's House Wrestling. You have come in just in time to start making some selections for the Maglo Battle Royal. Of course, first one to the door, as always, is going to be Terrell. I'm going to use one of my picks right away. So I was really impressed with Mila just absolutely tossing people left and right out of the ring in Melly's 96-person Rumble that she ran last night. Which, if you're looking for another Fire Pro streamer, Melly is definitely somebody worth watching. Let me see if I can pull up her account so I don't fuck this up. Let's see, and while I'm doing that, if you guys want to start suggesting some names, go right ahead and do so. I could have sworn she was streaming tonight. Alright, yeah, it is Melly in Chains, all one word, on Twitch when you are not watching my show. Certainly recommend watching hers. But right now there's only 2 people in the gorilla position, and I know there's at the very least 2 people hanging out in the chat if you want to start suggesting some names, or I want to start suggesting some names. Let's see here. Let's put Knock Voldo in there, as he has not been in a match in a little while. And it kind of fits the theme of the invasion of the Mixed Wrestling Organization guys. see here. Alright, so I don't see anybody picking names, so I'm gonna slowly fill out these roster spots. So let's get Danny Trejo in there. Very much like my own, like Terrell showing up in all the Battle Royals. If I got to pick, Zack Sabre Jr. would be on every show. So Zack Sabre Jr. is going to be on this show. But we still got 3 open slots, guys, if y'all want to pick some people for this Battle Royal. See, I know Blake is streaming right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and give him a spot on this Battle Royal. Actually, you know what? So Kula had a pretty competitive match against Maglo. Let's go ahead and get K-Dash a shot at that. I don't remember which K-Dash is the good K-Dash. I think it was the one with the sunglasses. And I'm gonna put Aki-Man in there. Alright, so we've got a full roster of challengers for the Maglo Battle Royal. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get right into this match. Very unfortunate team kill situation. We've got Blake and Terrell going one-on-one with one another. Blake and Terrell switching dance partners a little bit. And as is typically the case with these multi-man matches, it is absolute pandemonium in the ring. Got Terrell going one-on-one with the Noodle Man right now, but people to watch out for in this contest. Probably Trejo, K-Dash, and Knock Valdo. All serious threats here. However, you can't ever count Terrell out. Largely due to the fact that statistically he has to eventually win one of these. And Mila showcasing, ooh. Big Kami Goye right to Danny Trejo. But Mila showcasing exactly why I put her in this match. Because she put on an absolutely fantastic showing in the Melee Rumble, where she was tossing people outside of the ring from all angles. Voldo and Terrell. Terrell avalanche powerbomb from the top rope. These men have a death wish. And STO and suplex from Akiman and Terrell. The traditional grapplers working together. But that alliance was quickly broken as Akiman challenging Terrell. And people are trading dance partners left and right here.
5 minutes gone.
Big vertical suplex from K-Dash. Zack Sabre responding back with an octopus hold. Right now, we've only got one elimination thus far, and that was Blake. Ooh, Terrell caught with the big fire from Knock Voldo. Big backdrop from Mila. Ooh, Mila going for that double leg on Terrell, but Terrell sidestepping it and responding back with Emerald Flosion. Goes for the cover, while Zack Sabre is caught in that sandwich enziguri.
Give up. Shoot. Give up.
Ooh, Terrell attempting to eliminate Zack Sabre, but Mila inadvertently making the save, and that's Akiman going over the top rope. Big vertical suplex from K-Dash, and he's going to go home. Big Northern Lights into a cross arm breaker, and Mila going to break that up.
Give up.
I believe that's an armbar that K-Dash has on Mila here. And Terrell just tossing people left and right. Terrell thinks this match is his time. Ooh. And massive suplex from Mila sending K-Dash home. And this ring is looking a lot less crowded over these last couple minutes. Danny Trejo throwing sledgehammer hands at everybody in range.
Give up.
Big STO and suplex again. You've been seeing a lot of those very popular combination offense tonight. And Zack Sabre, a man that can do anything in the world of professional wrestling, hitting Knock Voldo with his merry-go-round finish. Terrell Gorilla Press nearly sending Zack Sabre over the top rope. And it is unwise to grab a hold on, or attempt to grab a hold on Zack Sabre. That man can counter anything into anything. And Mila's just responding back with mounted punches against Danny Trejo. I think that's just going to make him mad.
Give up. Give up.
And we saw this hold earlier tonight, and it was broken up by Knock Voldo. Knock Voldo going to shoot headbutts against Terrell, trying to bust the man open. Unsuccessful in that endeavor. And we have been at 5 for quite a while. Big haymaker from Danny Trejo. And it looks like everybody's going to allow this submission to hold because they want a better chance at winning this match with one fewer competitor. Your odds are about 20% better. Ooh, Terrell going for that big haymaker, but does not find its mark. Ooh, big frog splash. Unaware of the lineage of the mixed wrestling competitors. Not clear what that critical was. Who exactly had been hit with what? Nigoye! Oh, she did the deal. I was gonna say nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow, but Terrell does not have to attempt to do so. Danny Trejo caught in the mandible claw, but refusing to be submitted. I believe that is Terrell eliminated by submission. Zach Labor Jr. able to get a submission elimination. This is certainly an interesting group of competitors still in this contest. And Knock Valdo eliminated. There goes Nick's Wrestling Organization's chance at Maglo, at least this early. Ooh, big haymaker from Danny Trejo. He's had enough of this display of technical wrestling. He just wants to brawl. And there is that haymaker that Trejo is so well known for. But Trejo electing to keep Mila in this contest. Now goes for the cover.
2, 3.
3 count fall. It is down to Danny Trejo and Zack Sabre Jr. Oh, and there's that precision haymaker from Trejo. That could be it. No, Trejo is not yet finished. Guillotine choke.
Give up. Give up.
But Trejo, a man as hard as stone, refusing to be submitted. Trejo responding back with repeated blows to the head and body. And he's going for the cover. This could be it.
1, 2, 3.
And 3 count fall. Danny Trejo will be the challenger for the Maglo Open Challenge. And the tale of the tape shows Danny Trejo getting some critical last-minute pinfall eliminations near the end of this contest. Terrell, of course, the only submission elimination. And that elimination was from Zack Sabre Jr., the submission specialist. Everything else was over rope ring out. But your challenger, or rather Maglo's challenger, for the Maglo Open Challenge. We now know who that mystery competitor is. That is going to be Danny Trejo. But we've got a little bit before we get to that match, as we have another Nick's Wrestling Organization competitor that is seeking a match here. You know what, let's mix things up a little bit. Let's go ahead and drop the cage. Calling a bit of an audible here. It's going to be Laz Cobb. Hey, how you doing, Antonio? And she is going to be fighting against Christine in a steel cage match. You've missed about half the card. Let's see. We're still kind of in the middle of the, what is it, Nick's Wrestling Organization Invasion, so a lot of matches featuring those guys. Let me see here. So PJ and Ramon had a match. Ramon won that relatively decisively. We got the Judgment Pro Wrestling, Blake's House Wrestling Alliance got their first significant victory over over Nick's Wrestling Organization in an SWA rules match. Let's see, there was another inter-JPW match of Robert Walsh and JJ Mondo. Just kind of some tune-up matches to get our guys prepared for inter-promotional matches. And then there was the Maglo Battle Royal, which sadly, and I'm sure you were expecting this was going to be Terrell's week. This week was not Terrell's week. As it turns out, it was Danny Trejo's week. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We've got the main event tonight that was announced is going to be Jamel versus Omar Epps for the Blake's House Wrestling Championship. But we've still got a couple matches to go before then. And one such match is Nick Wrestling Organization's Laz Cobb against Blake's House's Christine. This match possibly going to be an opportunity for Christine to take out a little bit of aggression, as she has not gotten to tag with her husband, as her husband elected to tag with Sterling in the tag team tournament, as he believed Sterling was going to be the competitor that would give him the greatest chance of winning. Between that and gearing back up for World of Warcraft, Christine and Warzala have not gotten to tag together in a Blake's House Wrestling ring. So we are seeing Christine in singles action against NWO's Laz Cobb. Laz Cobb, I believe, only been on Blake's House TV once. It is so. And if she was on, it was in a battle royal setting, so it's going to be a bit of a mystery as to what her wrestling style is. See, her finish is the Burning Hammer, so I've got to expect a lot of power to come out of that small frame. In addition to power, there's certainly a great deal of finesse, as Laz Cobb is stretching Christine out every opportunity she gets. Christine battling back to be the momentum shift that she needs to get back into this contest. And she does get to her feet before Laz Cobb and elects to put on a stretch of her own. A stretch muffler, trying to work the knee and ankle of Laz Cobb. Once again, shooting her opponent to the corner turnbuckle. Big body splash. And Laz Cobb just collapses to the mat. And Christine's keeping that momentum up. Just repeated mounted punches to the back of the head. Ken Shamrock's going to let that rock. This is a no disqualification match. And big shoulder tackle. And there is that patented Warzala elbow drop, but this match can only be won by escape of the cage, so that cover will be inconsequential. But Christine is absolutely dominating this phase of the match, but beaten to the punch by that kick, and that could be the momentum shift that Laz Cobb needed, as Christine's a little bit dazed. Ooh, big giant chop. And it looks like she's going again for that patented Warzala elbow, but unable to do so. Ooh, lift and dropping Laz Cobb right on her neck. And once again, finesse and power from Laz Cobb. Absolutely devastating hold. Laz Cobb locking on the rings of Saturn, just trying to wear Christine down. Christine shot into the corner turnbuckle. Ooh, big drop kick to knee, taking Christine's leg out from under her leg. But Christine able to get to her feet first. Christine possibly... Oh, big rolling knee bar from Laz Cobb. I was going to say, a lot of the more significant holds have been delivered by Christine, but Laz Cobb is trying to implement death by 1,000 tiny cuts and has been extremely effective in doing so thus far. Big boot from Laz Cobb, but she's not finished with Christine yet. But Christine's starting to run out of steam here. And triangle Lancer from Laz Cobb. Big sit-out facebuster from Christine, but Christine unable to capitalize. Is Laz Cobb able to get to her feet before Christine can really find her wind? Christine is going to have a great deal of difficulty escaping the cage. Christine looks like finally able to get her wind back here. But deciding that is not quite enough. Ooh, attempting that big shoulder block, but sidestepped by Laz Cobb. Laz Cobb showing extreme technical proficiency, getting holds from a bunch of different vertexes of attack. And Christine responding back the only way she knows how. Christine might be attempting to escape the cage, but no, electing to go with that patented Warzala elbow drop. Big kick, taking Christine's leg out from under her leg. And responding with yet another stretch hold. Just trying to wear Christine down, and it's been extremely effective. Seems Christine just doesn't have the gas in the tank to decisively put Cobb away and be able to get to the top of the cage. And that is what's allowing Cobb to get back into this contest. Going again to the Dragon Sleeper, just trying to wear Christine down, and that strategy has been extremely effective. Oh, another big sit-out facebuster, but once again, Christine unable to capitalize. Oh! And Cobb responding back with yet another knee bar. But Christine possibly outsmarting us all and going to escape the cage as the sustained damages from those patented Warzala elbow drops, followed by several sit-out facebusters. Like, that knee bar was everything that Cobb had in the tank. Once that hold got broken, she was unable to get to her feet and stop Christine from escaping the cage. So congratulations to Christine picking up a clutch win against Laz Cobb and getting another victory for the Blake's House Judgment Pro Wrestling Alliance against the invading force that is Nick's Wrestling Organization. So I see a handful of people in the chat. We are going into the King of Fighters TV title. So I'm going to need you guys to start thinking up some names for who is going to be involved in this match. While I set the rules up for the KOF TV title match. Once again, if you guys don't start throwing some names out, I'm just going to pick some names. And while that's all well and good, I'm perfectly capable of doing that, like, I want you guys to get an opportunity to participate, as the KOF TV title especially is kind of a viewer's choice title. Like, what wrestlers do you guys want to see on TV? JB3, King, and D-Mob? Which King? 1. And 2, like, if nobody says shit in the next couple seconds, I'll let you pick the whole team. Ordinarily, I don't let you do that, but it's been a pretty slow day as far as chat goes, so I might just let that stand. KOF King? Alright, I am sure I have a KOF King. Alright, so let me go ahead and get started on that. Yep, that says King. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, like I said, like, Jamel and James have posted in the chat, but, like, I got no suggestions for the Maglo Battle Royal, and, like, that's not me throwing shade, that's just, like, it's a slow day for chat, and it is what it is. So yeah, if you want to put out a whole team, there is nobody saying, hey, I really want to see this guy today. So yeah, that's how it's going to be. Yep, I'm going the wrong way. I have also passed Def Jam. Oh, no, I didn't. Cool. Yeah, GK, how you doing, man? You have missed a lot of shit, as it turns out. So we got Nikita Stalin versus Rick Submits. Nikita Stalin getting the first significant victory over Nick's wrestling organization. Let's see, got... Like, are you talking, like, the whole card, or just, like, matches that have a real angle? Because, like, there were a couple, like, nothing matches. The Rapture fucked up... what is it? The Rapture fucked up Dril, who attempted to avenge the share zone. So, the Rapture, like, kind of on a tear right now. Actually, I can just go down the whole card. PJ King of Games fought Ramon. Ramon won that match relatively decisively. There was the Rick Submits Nikita Stalin match. Robert Walsh versus JJ Mondo, kind of showcasing some JPW guys. Because in the spirit of a collaboration, like, your guys should also get real spots on the card. So JJ won that match. There was the Maglo Battle Royal. And I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, this is definitely Terrell's week. That was not the case. Danny Trejo was the winner of the Maglo Battle Royal, and he will be challenging Maglo in the Maglo Challenge later tonight. After that match was another Nick's Wrestling Organization, this time against a Blake's House competitor, Laz Cobb versus Christine. We decided to put that one in a steel cage just to shake things up a little bit. Christine ended up winning that match, getting the second victory of Blake's House Wrestling over Nick's Wrestling Organization. So the scoreboard's a little bit more even right now. So we're starting to push those guys back a little bit. And you have got here just in time for the KOF TV title. And as you can see, Huggy Bear suggested a team, and chat's been slow enough to where he was able to suggest an entire team. We've got kind of a some synchronicity between the orange and blue Gatorade teams. So let's go ahead and just jump straight in. And Antonio, I can see, like, I see what you're going for, but it's like, it's also tough to say, like, who the good team and who the bad team is. When, like, JB3 is supposed to be heel manager. Although, like, that role could change a little bit. Like, considering there's supposed to be the collaboration between... I mean, true, there's really no good guys in the Fight for New York story. But also, like, this team has Pro and Vice. And both of them also suck. But, yeah, that might be it, but we are starting things off with brother versus brother. A match as old as time itself. JB3 against Joey Bagi. Possibly better known in the Def Jam world and in the gaming world in general as Joey Bagadonas, as he's starting to make a name for himself as a streamer. Caught bits and pieces of his Dark Souls stream yesterday, so if you are interested in watching a variety of different games, I would recommend checking him out. But right now, it's Joey trying to chase JB3 around the ring and having a great deal of difficulty pinning him down. As JB3 just... excellent use of that jab to just measure distance and keep his opponents away. And there it is again, just that cross and then sidestepping the retaliation. But Joey, for a moment there, I was about to say Joey finally getting him backed into a corner, but just as I say that, JB3 just forces his way out of that corner. So Joey responding back by bringing Snoop Dogg into the fight. Like, why fight your brother when you can have Snoop Dogg do it for you? But JB3 responding back, bringing King into this contest. See, neither of these competitors are strangers to using their feet to great effect in fights. But that was a somewhat brief exchange, as it will now be Vice versus D-Mob in this contest. And despite the size difference, the power advantage has to go to Vice. The men that she has thrown around with the greatest of ease would absolutely blow your mind.
5 minutes gone.
Hey, how you doing, Cobra Strike? Vice, big power bomb off the apron.
2, 3,
And Vice with an absolutely devastating tackle.
6,
One of her signature holds she's best known for is that shoulder block and that tackle. Ooh, big standing D from Vice.
12.
Also, Cobra Strike, you are new here, just to just so it's clear, I'm not trying to ignore you. Like, I try not to break character and do commentary over the matches, and I can kind of interact with chat in between matches. And King going with repeated knees to the head. Like, there's those educated feet of hers put to good use, and Vice responding back by bringing Joey into the match. So, both competitors known for their stellar footwork. But we haven't seen a lot of that from Joey yet in this contest. Big Kamigoye from King. And just taking Joey's legs out from under his legs and going back to those repeated knee strikes to the head. And once again, Joey bringing Snoop Dogg into this contest. Because when you can have Snoop Dogg fight for you, why wouldn't you? we haven't seen those lightning quick knees or like butterfly twists from Snoop Dogg just yet, but I know they are coming. Like, those dynamite kicks of his are absolutely locked and loaded and just waiting for an opportunity to deliver. But right now, D-Mob is not allowing that to happen. And there is one of those 5Ks that Snoop Dogg is so well known for. And Pro and D-Mob are going to battle it out on the outside. Of course, this match is taking place under King of Fighters 11 rules. So JB3 and King, despite being right in plain view of this contest, are not permitted to leave the apron and intervene.
10 minutes on.
And we went from Def Jam Fight for New York right into King of Fighters. And right now, King is having her way with Vice. A classy kickboxer showing Vice just how dangerous a striker she is. And Vice is just struggling to protect herself at this point. King electing to give D-Mob a shot into this contest after absolutely dominating Vice. D-Mob responding back with that power offense he's so well known for. Lifting and dropping opponents is certainly his specialty. But Joey not allowing himself to be manhandled in this contest.
Come on!
And King now with that deadly knee strike. And Joey elected to bring Snoop Dogg back into this contest. And the Orange Gatorade team are on the ropes here. They do not have an answer for King. Here's some of that arm holds that you forget Snoop Dogg is a somewhat accomplished submission specialist on top of his absolutely deadly striking ability. Frequent tags from the blue Gatorade team. I do like this teamwork, keeping themselves fresh. And while King has been in the match for quite a while, she has dominated those segments where she was in the match. So, like, every one of those minutes has been extremely worthwhile for the Blue Gatorade team. Joey trying to do some damage to those absolutely vicious kicks that King is so well known for using. Snoop Dogg a little bit distracted, and that's allowing JB3 to get some things going against against Snoop Dogg rather, while his back was turned. I've gotta say, JB3 certainly does not roll with any soft fighters. Anyone that he associates himself with is an absolute force, and that's been the case over the course of this match. As King and D-Mob have done a tremendous amount of work, and JB3 trying to clean things up, but D-Mob getting the better of this exchange. bringing Joey back into this contest. It is going back to brother versus brother. And Joey going up top. Big elbow drop right into the stomach of JB3. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. That was nearly enough. That elbow drop was absolutely colossal. Big super kick. Calls that move deja vu with how frequently you see it. And that super kick into moonsault was just enough. And he has moved. And Joey has brought this back to 2 versus 2. Joey with that, going for that big springboard. Off the rope, springboard, elbow right into the stomach. But he's electing to bring Pro back into this contest, and King will bring D-Mob in. And we've got some classic Def Jam Fight for New York battle going on here. And I believe that was the 187. Snoop Dogg hitting D-Mob with the 187. But D-Mob absolutely resilient. Once. Twice. 3 times with the powerbomb right on the Def Jam logo. But it was not enough. Both men giving each other their all. And both men saying no. You're gonna need more than that to put me out of this match. And likewise with Joey kicking out of that Emerald Flosion. So D-Mob responds back. Burning Hammer right on the Def Jam logo. D-Mob somewhat indecisive, elects to go back to the blue Gatorade corner. Bring King back into this contest. And Joey responds back with that head scissors. Joey posing for the crowd. He definitely wants to make sure the people at home and the people in the stands are excited about this match. I would say with the level of competition on display in this 3-on-3 contest,
Come on!
the fans don't need a whole lot of extra motivation to get involved here. And King going for those repeated knees to the head, and King with another elimination. King is absolutely deadly as a striker. Tornad kick. But Snoop Dogg is undeterred. He's starting to work the arm of the classy kickboxer. Big moonsault double stomp from Crow. And he thinks that's going to be enough, and it might be. No, it is not enough. 2.9. Snoop Dogg electing not to play with whatever D-Mob had in store for him. Big German suplex. Once again, keeping this fight near the Def Jam logo. Big flying armbar from Crow, but D-Mob refusing to be submitted. Snoop Dogg possibly setting up for the 187, but D-Mob not allowing him to do so. There was that blazing roar from Snoop Dogg. Big boot to the head. He's fired up. King with 3 eliminations for Team Blue Gatorade. We've got a new champion. That's another thing I wanted to click on. And the team of JB3, King, and D-Mob are your new KOF TV champions. And yeah, Hsien-Jo is, as you said, it's impossible to kill these guys for good. So I would not be too worried. I'm sure Vice will be back. And that is another championship for JBIII, who has just been collecting titles in the Blake's House wrestling world, as he is a former singles champion. He is now a current KOF TV champion. I don't believe he's had tag team gold yet, but I'm sure he has got his eyes on the Triple Crown, as well as the reigning and first ever consecutive Def Jam Fight for New York World Champion. So, momentum is certainly on the side of JBIII right now. And he is an excellent ally to have for the JPW Blake's House Alliance against the invading force of Nick's wrestling organization. But let's go ahead and dial that intensity back just a little bit, as we've got some inter-Blake's House matchups going on here before we get to our main events. So another competitor we have not seen a lot of in traditional wrestling action. We're going to have Eric Alpizar and Alfonso, both competitors that worked their asses off in the Shoot League, now going one-on-one in singles competition, possibly Alfonso going after Eric's title. And this could be a bit of a prove-yourself match for Zoe in singles action. Really need to remove Arcade Shock from the nickname plate, because Alfonso has not been sponsored by Arcade Shock in probably over a year. But fuck it, this is Alfonso 2017. And Eric once again with the disrespect, although that is typical Eric Alpizar. He has never in his life respected anyone for anything, electing to wrestle this match in jeans. Alfonso going to want to make him pay for that disrespect, but we're going to have to see if Eric gives him an opening to do so. Big double leg takedown from Alpizar. That's part of that skill set that made him the shooter champion. But Zoe responding back with an elbow to face, shutting Alpizar down. So Alpizar with an elbow to the back of the head. And we are still kind of in the feeling out process at this point in the match. Neither side able to gain the upper hand in any significant capacity. Big European uppercut from Alpizar. We have not seen Alpizar just unload with this, with those dynamite kicks that I know he is capable of. Alpizar actually going in a totally different direction, just starts swinging wildly with that steel chair. And Alfonso, excellent bit of strategy to go for the disarm there as quickly as he possibly could. I was going to say just a moment ago, Alpizar has that Taekwondo background. Those kicks are absolutely lethal, but he's coming at it from a totally different angle in this match. It's very possible he's just not taking this match seriously as an athletic competition. Possibly if this match were taking place in the octagon, as he is a little bit more comfortable fighting there, he would be fighting a more traditional Taekwondo style, but well, there's those loaded kicks that you know he's had in the chamber for quite some time, and that puts Alfonso right onto the mat. Alfonso sidestepping that double leg and big DDT. Absolutely flooring Alpizar. Once again sidestepping the double leg. And Alfonso just doing everything he can to cut off Alpizar's momentum at this point. Ooh, big belly-to-belly overhead suplex. And going for that rear chin lock, just trying to slow Alpizar down.
5 minutes gone.
And has had a pretty successful time in doing so. As Alpizar's had a great deal of trouble getting things going. Blocking the double leg this time, not electing to sidestep it. And counters it into a powerbomb right into the sharpshooter. Alpizar just inches too far from the ropes, unable to get a hold on it. And Alpizar just going for that double leg over and over again, but Alfonso has it well scouted. Harada asking if Eric's had enough, and Eric refuses to be submitted. That is a disgrace he absolutely will not allow to happen. Alfonso goes up top. And the Swanton Bomb shaves a Jeff Hardy from Alfonso. And Eric starting to get some momentum back, but no, Alfonso's got Eric stacked up. Jackhammer, center of the ring, cover. 2.9, it's not enough. Big spine buster from Alfonso. Alfonso's in total control right now. He locks on that standing sleeper, but once again, Eric refusing to be submitted. Once again, Alfonso just planting Alpizar with that DDT and going back up this time to the blue Gatorade corner, but Alpizar to his feet before he could get up to the top. Ooh, big down D, taking Alpizar's legs out from under his legs. Alfonso with that diamond cutter. Oh, he was possibly going for the cover there, but Alpizar scrambles to his feet. And Shining Wizard right in the jaw, finds its mark perfectly. Alpizar is going to need to wake up here if he wants to turn things around in this match. Alfonso making it clear he thinks he's got everything figured out. Alpizar taking a moment to breathe here. Sidestepping those punches and kicks, but unable to avoid that one. And once again, locking on that sleeper hold, but Alpizar, ever resilient. Just seems to be saying, you can pin me, but you will not submit me here in the center of this ring. There's some huge kick from Alpizar. But there's the stunner. That's got to be enough. No, Alpizar able to go to foot on the ropes. That was a second chance at life here for Alpizar. Running the ropes, but Alfonso scrambles to his feet. And the two men will battle it out. Absolutely dynamite kicks against sledgehammer hands, and that rolling elbow absolutely flooring Alpizar. And once again, another huge cutter. Alfonso going to the top rope. And dive kick off the top. And moonsault fall, or excuse me, shooting star press, but once again, Alpizar able to get to the ropes. And going to that double leg, unable to find it. And Alfonso with the FU, that was no attitude adjustment. As he has had enough of Alpizar's disrespect. Alpizar starting to find life, but it may be too late in the match. Flashing elbow from Zoe, but Alpizar able to get to his feet before Alfonso could go for the cover. Like, say what you will about his demeanor, but Alpizar's ring awareness has absolutely been fantastic over the course of this match. But there's another stunner. That's got to be enough. 1, 2, 3 count fall. Alpizar not even electing to compete in this match in his gi. And Alfonso will take it with a stunner in the center of the ring. And I believe that's got to earn him a shot at Alpizar's title in the Octagon. You certainly won't be seeing that this week, but in the coming weeks, definitely look forward to this matchup. As Alpizar will have to put his shooter title on the line against Alfonso. But that is talk for a couple weeks down the road. Of course, we have next up the Maglo Open Challenge. And we now know who Maglo's opponent is going to be, as he won a Battle Royale earlier tonight. Maglo will have to defend his house against Danny Trejo. Soon as I find Danny Trejo on the character select screen. So, Maglo, Danny Trejo, and that match is right now. Maglo, of course. That is Maglo's real Bandcamp, and I recommend you go there, as this man has produced some excellent music over the years. He also has a Patreon. I might update that link to point at his Patreon. But Maglo has never put on a bad match in the life of Blake's House Wrestling. But right now he's going up against a bad man, a man with, to quote a Mike Tyson documentary, and I think it very aptly fits Danny Trejo, a man with prison bars for bones and sledgehammer hands. Hi. Danny Trejo is the master of the haymaker and will absolutely obliterate you with those hard rights and lefts any chance he's got. But if we are to talk about resiliency, for every bit of resiliency Alpizar put on in that last match, Maglo is made of just as tough stuff, if not more. But right now he's having a great deal of trouble getting anything started against Trejo. As Trejo seems to have an answer for every question that Maglo asks him. Big elbow to the back of the head. Maglo unable to protect himself. Ooh, drop kick to knee, kicking Maglo's legs out from under his legs. Maglo still struggling to get any momentum going. Quite literally beaten to the punch in that case. And hard shot to the ribs from Trejo there. Once again, Trejo just countering everything Maglo is attempting to do. It is going to be a long night for Maglo if he can't get anything going. And this is not a position I would want to be in if I were Maglo. Getting in a strike exchange with a man whose fists are as deadly as Danny Trejo is an absolute mistake. But it seems like he's just trying to do anything to get ahead on this guy. looks like he's elected to try to slow him down with that crossface chicken wing. But once again, Trejo has an answer to the questions that Maglo's asking him.
Gone.
Trejo unable to get in whatever he wanted there if Maglo was scrambling to his feet too early. Going for the cover early. And gets a 2 count. Trejo just absolutely decimating Maglo, nearly a 3 count off that punching combination. There's that haymaker that Trejo is so well known for. That could be it right there. But there is that resiliency from Maglo that he is so well known for. Not going to allow himself to be squashed by Danny Trejo. And Maglo finally getting things going. He's fired up here. But Trejo quick to his feet. And Maglo responding back with a big backer, but once again, Trejo just not allowing Maglo to keep momentum. But there is that spinning toe hold. Something Maglo was extremely well known for. Absolute fan favorite maneuver and big flashing elbow right in the chest. And it is Maglo time, ladies and gentlemen, as he's locked on that spinning toe hold again. The crowd is loving it. But Trejo still quick to escape that hold, and big haymaker. That could be enough. With as much damage as he's taken over the course of this fight, no. Trejo doesn't think it's enough. And that could be a mistake as Maglo set up for the Maglo driver right on the Def Jam logo. But Maglo has been beaten up so badly, he's unable to get the cover. And Trejo responds back with another big haymaker. Trejo possibly trying to go to a running attack into the corner, but unable to do so. But there is another haymaker from Trejo.
10 minutes gone.
And there's Maglo with that sliding D, followed by a headbutt right to the chest. But Trejo waking up swinging. That's Maglo letting the people from in the stands all the way to the back know that he's not done. But Trejo is trying to squash that right now. Maglo once again with that Maglo driver. But once again, Maglo unable to get to his feet, finally able to do so. Goes for the cover, 1, 2. 2.9, it's still not enough. 2 Maglo drivers giving Trejo everything he had. And Trejo rolling out of the way of that diving elbow drop. And this is now anyone's match. Sidestepping that haymaker, protecting himself from those sledgehammer hands of Trejo, but unable to avoid that cross. So Maglo once again, Maglo driver a 3rd time. That's got to be enough if Maglo can just get to his feet. But Trejo is able to get to his feet first. And there's the drop kick. Maglo hasn't thrown a kick in the last 12 minutes. That is some max level drop kick from Maglo. But big roaring elbow from Trejo, and there's that blazing yell. He is fired up. And Maglo is trying to extinguish the flame with that double arm DDT. Trejo's starting to run out of gas here, but both competitors, I've got to imagine, have given everything they've had. And there is that striking combination. That could be enough right there. Trejo elects to go for the cover. He will. That's got to be it. 1, 2. No! Maglo refusing to give up. So Trejo, once again, with that striking combination, followed by the elbow. That could do it. No. Maglo able to get his hand on the ropes. Maglo's not finished now. Big elbow to the back of the head. Trejo's given Maglo everything he's had, and Maglo has gotten up every time. Maglo once again with that double arm DDT. Maglo trying to figure out the best way to approach this situation, as Trejo has had an answer to everything. Maglo taking a moment to breathe in the center of the ring. Both competitors have given everything they had in the tank and then some. There's a haymaker to the back of the head. Trejo had that double arm DDT scouted. He was ready this time. And there is that strong grapple haymaker that Trejo is so well known for. That could be it. 1, 2. No, only 2. Maglo has somehow found another deeper reserve of energy. He's still ready to go. Trejo running out of ways to approach this fight. And another 2.9. Maglo stacking them up again. Maglo driver. If that doesn't do it, I don't know what will. 1, 2, 3 count fall. And Maglo protecting this house from Danny Trejo in an absolute barn burner of a contest. I said it last week and I will say it again. If you have a wrestling show in your town, you only see one name on the card, and that name is Maglo. You buy a ticket to that show because you are going to get one hell of a match. Now, despite all of that excitement, because I'm sure, as you can tell, I was sick at the tail end of last week. That match wore out my fucking voice. We've still got one match left on the card tonight. We've got the main event. That is going to be Hsien-Jo and Omar Epps for the Blake's House Wrestling title. So let's go ahead and cue that matchup right now. Oop, that's not the thing I wanted to click on, but that's fine. That's where I wanted to go. I'm going to get a sip of water before this match starts up, because I am sure this one will also be one hell of a contest, and I need to get myself hydrated real quick. Apologies for that, as that is certainly not how the solo commentator should be jumping into the main event of a wrestling show. Massive power move from Hsien-Jo to start this matchup. Now, I said this during the Def Jam tournament. You've seen a lot of people on Blake's House TV that are punchers. Danny Trejo is a puncher. Omar Epps is a boxer. Like, yes, this man has a great deal of punching power, but he will fight you with the speed and technique that a puncher does not have. And that is precisely what you can expect from Omar Epps. Hsien-Jo, I think you got a pretty good taste of what his offense is going to look like at the earlier phases of this match. That man is all power. Backed by his Slam Channel 5 stablemate that you occasionally see as the camera cuts to the orange Gatorade corner. James Holloway. He was there for Jamel when Jamel won the heavyweight title. And he is going to be there for Jamel during the entirety of his run as champion, as long as Jamel continues to successfully defend his title. But that may be looking too far into the future, as OE is certainly not a person you can afford to take lightly, and not someone that you want to look past. Both Hsien-Jo and OE battling it out with back-to-back punches. Can't say who is the more effective striker in this case, as OE certainly has Hsien-Jo beat on the technique side, but Jamel is all power. And can't be slept on in terms of technique either, as he has had answers for those big right hooks a couple of times that OE has gone for him. And there's that barn door left hand from Hsien-Jo. Big spine buster from OE and going into the mounted punches. Hsien-Jo locking on the figure four. Blocking access to the ropes. That is an excellent bit of strategy from Hsien-Jo. There's those precision strikes that OE is so well known for. He starts to do repeated shoulder blocks into the corner. Ooh, and there's that big haymaker from OE. OE's looking a little bit winded, but he just needs to, like, turn things up a little bit, as Jamel is also starting to run low on gas. Both men just came out of the back and exploded into this contest. And OE going for the cover. Count two. And Jamel, possibly sensing the reduced stamina of both competitors, elects to slow things down with a working hold, trying to force OE to consume some of that stamina to power out of the hold. Oh, big haymaker from OE. And once again, Hsien-Jo responding back and having answers to those big hooks that OE wants to land here. He has definitely got his opponent well scouted, but there's that two-piece combo forcing Jamel to bring his guard up, and he takes his leg out from under his leg, and he does so again. He goes for the cover. 1, 2, 2.9. That was nearly enough. That offensive onslaught from Omar Epps has just absolutely worn Hsien-Jo down. He's possibly setting up for that big German suplex that you know he likes to go to. Oh, he's got OE in the corner. He's possibly going for the Space Jam. He's got his chance. He's doing his dance, and he's taking this man to the Space Jam. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 2.9. No, it's not enough. But that was the momentum shifter that Hsien-Jo needed, because prior to that, It had been all OE with those and there's another one, another big haymaker from OE, and he's going for the cover. He wants this match to be over. But this match will not be over. It's not enough, so he goes for the haymaker again. This time, Jamel able to get to his feet. He's possibly setting up for another haymaker. Massive slam from Hsien-Jo.
He sucks.
Hsien-Jo calling for the end. Taking OE to the corner. Possibly trying to set him up for the Space Jam again. And that's that Steiner screwdriver. But OE able to get to his feet first. OE's possibly got a bit of a second wind. Picture perfect German suplex with Ridge right in the center of the ring. And Hsien-Jo winning it with German suplex, saying, no, OE. Those haymakers were not enough to put me away. You kicked out of the Space Jam, but you could not get out of that textbook German suplex. And Hsien-Jo will successfully defend against Omar Epps. And that is going to conclude the canonical portion of this broadcast. Of course, we do still have the dark match that takes place after all the scheduled matches. So let me go ahead and cue that up now. And let's see what we've got as far as wrestlers go. Kind of like Steamboat in the blue Gatorade corner. Now, I gotta say, Jamel, like, you took him to the Space Jam and he still kicked out. But he was unable to slam with the best, so congratulations to you for taking that match. Shota, I'm pretty sure is a young lion, although like the name is not extremely familiar to me, and I know that's a less good Misawa than like the other Misawa I have on my save. That being said, we've seen Brandon wrestle already. We've seen Misawa wrestle already. The choices are Bubba Dudley and Shota. And Cobra Strike, if this is your first time tuning into my stream, I do really appreciate you sticking around, especially for like those last couple matches, as that's kind of what I try to put on with my show. We do this here every Sunday. Next Sunday will be a bit of an exception. I'm gonna put in Bubba Dudley. I'm not happy about it. And yeah, this is a dark match, so this will kind of just be me fucking around with the chat as we wind down. But yeah, if this is your first time watching, I really appreciate it. And if you've been hanging around and lurking before this week, that's cool too. Also, Blake, I saw you like trying to get a Maglo chant going in the chat. I need to talk to Chris, because one thing I really want to do during his matches specifically is pipe in some crowd noise of us chanting Maglo, because I think that would be good as hell. But like, I am not smart enough as far as like audio editing to make one person sound like an arena full of people. So like maybe Chris has some suggestions there. I also need to get with Chris about, no, neither of you guys brought that up to me. I mean, I say it week in, week out, of like, if you've got creative for your characters, I'm not going to turn down ideas. Okay, I don't hate that. Largely due to the fact that, one, if you have ideas, that means I don't have to come up with ideas. Because I am, one, not very smart, and two, I'm lazy. So, yeah, if you've got some shit that you want to do with your characters, that's totally cool. Big headbutt from Dudley. Like, one thing that you can do with this game that I don't do because, like, I don't know, I just think it's, for most things, more trouble than it's worth to mod the game. Like, you can make tag teams come out. Yes, you do have Stormbreaker as a SIG. See, I'm a fucking nerd and have to call it by... It probably was a move before Will Ospreay did it, because most things that Will Ospreay did are moves before he did it, but he's an asshole, so... But, short answer, yes, you have Stormbreaker, and we can call it Willpower. You know, it's a shame, because, like, I used to like Will Ospreay, and then, like, I got on Twitter, and now I don't like Will Ospreay. Big fucking stalling vertical suplex from Bubba Dudley. You know, honestly, that's kind of what it is. Although, like, wrestling especially is kind of shitty for that, because, like, I don't know if it's, like, the fucked up part of your brain that makes you think working in the wrestling business is a good idea for how bad it is for your body and how bad it is for your finances, because you're gonna get screwed over. If that same part of your brain also, like, doesn't let you accept that the moon landing is real, because there are so many wrestlers that don't think the moon landing is real. So while it's great that it's 2019 and, like, you've got more access to celebrities than ever, but as it turns out, most wrestlers are actually shitty. Who would have guessed? I don't know, most is unfair, but a lot of them are shitty. So, kind of been reading chat more than I've been watching this match. I mean, despite, like, the sheer amount of power offense that Bubba Dudley's put out over the course of this contest, you can't count Steamboat out. That man has a fucking gas in the tank forever. Yeah, Hsien-Jo, that's pretty much what it is. Your heroes are shit. You know, one thing I am in constant fear of with respect to these dark matches, because this is random all with everyone in my save, and I don't curate my save very effectively, like, if I have characters that haven't been edited before a certain patch, and granted, this patch was like literally multiple years ago at this point, so the chances are fairly low if I'm downloading newer guys. They fucked up the logic settings on one of the patches and like set everybody's like end match logic to default. So theoretically, if I had two guys from like a 1.0 version of the character, they just wouldn't ever know to go home and would never pin each other. And I am in constant fear that that's going to happen on my stream. God, oh, Dudley just loving that stalling vertical suplex. Ooh, there's the Bubba Cutter. That's got to be it. No. Steamboat going up top, but thinking better of it as Dudley scrambles to his feet. Big splash. Going up top again. Another one. Repeated punches from Bubba Dudley. Just planting Steamboat and going again for that massive sit-out powerbomb. 1, 2, 3 count fall. Alright, so that is going to conclude Blake's House Wrestling for this week. For all the regulars, as always, very much appreciate you coming in, supporting the stream, participating in the chat, like suggesting matches and just getting involved in the matches at hand. So, always appreciate that. Actually taking next week off, so I had gone into this weekend thinking that I had wrestling tickets for today, when it turns out I have wrestling tickets for next Sunday. So I'm going to go do that instead of putting on my own wrestling show. But 2 weeks from today, the Sunday after next, we will resume our weekly programming. So expect us every Sunday night, 7 to 7:30 Eastern. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll hang around if you're streaming some Night in the Woods. Like, basically not planning on doing shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I'm going to go to bed, but then instead be on YouTube or be on Twitch for like 2 more hours. Because that's kind of life. So yeah, if you spin up your stream, I'll go ahead and watch and hang out in your chat. Yeah, let me just go ahead and give my closing statements. Yeah, so if you are new here, with the exception of next week, between 7 p.m. and 7:30 Eastern every Sunday night, this is a weekly episodic show, which means we're going to be carrying storylines week to week. So if you liked what you saw today, you will be seeing it more on the next show and every Sunday after that until who the fuck knows when. I do occasionally stream other games over the course of the week, but there's no set schedule for that, so if I am online and you want to see me play a strategy game or some weird game, I might do that, but basically, I'm just here on Sundays for the wrestling, so hope you come back for that. If you are watching this on YouTube, it is twitch.tv/MondayCindy. You couldn't miss it on the apron of the ring that you've been seeing over the course of this show. I hope to see you guys the next time I am on, and I will catch all of you down the road.